And now, local sports with Dustin Nolan.
The Iowa Hawkeyes are in the middle of spring football. Head coach Kirk Ferentz has been through this many times, but for most of his team, this is their first go-around.
Yeah, so I actually had a show of hands our first practice. Afterwards, I just asked for a show of hands how many times or how many of you guys have never been through spring ball. The exact number was 65 because I pulled out the roster and looked at it at that point. Got me curious. It was well over half, and it was 65 first and second year players that we have, and then we've got guys that joined us in January, another 6 to 8, 9 guys. So basically, you're looking at over 70 guys that never have gone through spring practice. There's nothing magical about it. It's practice. It's football practice, a little bit more emphasis on fundamentals and individual work than teamwork. And there's no scout teams in spring ball, and we do the same thing in camp, so it's just us playing against us. But the idea is to have good competition, create good competition, and create an opportunity for guys to learn how to play with a good fundamental base, regardless of the positions.
The Sterling Golden Warriors are coming off an exciting come-from-behind win over Moline, 36-34 this past Friday, led by quarterback Kel Ryan, who scored 5 touchdowns in the win to help the Golden Warriors stay perfect on the season. Now with one final game to go against United Township this upcoming Friday, the Golden Warriors look to keep the momentum going to cap off the season with a perfect record.
I feel like it's kind of reset every week because we face new challenges every week. We have, the past few weeks we didn't even know if we were really going to get a game. So it's been a roller coaster. It's been up and down, but we still have the same coaching. We have the same leaders. So that's what I think has kept us without a loss.
I think like what KAEL said, it restarts every week. It's like a roller coaster, but our team, when we're in the locker room getting ready for the game, it's a different type of atmosphere than what I've been in any other sport, and I think that's what gets our momentum going and getting the adrenaline flowing, and we usually go out and show out and do what we do.
We're 5-0 right now, but 6-0 is the goal, so there's all the momentum in the world to keep going to get our final end goal for the season.
It was another big week of high school football in Illinois. Big-time games and big-time performances on the gridiron. So let's check out this week's top performances. We start with Rock Ridge's running back Peyton Locke, who ran for 177 yards and set a school record with 6 touchdowns in the Rockets' 60-25 win over Riverdale. Our next top performer is Geneseo's Bruce Moore, who had 154 rushing yards and a touchdown in the Maple Leafs' 23-15 win over Rock Island. United Township senior running back Kane Smith comes in as our next top performer. Smith ran all over Galesburg for nearly 277 yards and tied a conference record with 6 rushing touchdowns, as Smith surpassed 1,000 yards this season in just 5 games so far, as he helped the Panthers to a 50-36 win on Friday. Then we have Moline's Alec Ponder, who threw for nearly 300 yards and 4 touchdowns in Moline's loss to Sterling on Friday. And finally, Kel Ryan from Sterling, who helped his team stay undefeated on the season with a 36-34 victory over Moline. Ryan had 254 total yards and 5 touchdowns in the Golden Warriors win. So great job to this week's Local 4 Sports top performers. Kofi Cockburn announced today on social media that he's declaring for the NBA draft. The center was a huge part of Illinois' success. The All-American first-team All-Big Ten selection had 28 career double-doubles. Cockburn joins Ayo Dosunmu in the NBA draft, but he's not listed among ESPN's top 100 draft prospects, and he has not said if he's hired an agent or not yet. And in case you missed it, Trent Frazier announced on social media Saturday that he'll be returning to Illinois for an extra season. Frazier's time with the Orange and Blue not done yet. The guard declared for the NBA draft just a few weeks ago, but kept his eligibility by hiring an NCAA-approved agent. The senior says after talking with his family and coaches, he won't pursue the NBA draft after all, and he's all in for another season with the Illini. Frazier has more than 1,400 points in his career, which is good for 19th all-time in school history. So big news for the Illini, especially after Cockburn's announcement today. Final day at the RBC Heritage. Stuart Sink and son Reagan on course. Hole 18 we go. Stuart Sink par putt for the win here. Shoots a 70 and finishes a 19 under. Hugs his caddy here / son. This is Sink's third win at the RBC Heritage. First win was in 2000 and the second was in 2004. Eighth on tour. First player over 47 to win 2 times on tour since 2009. And in some MLB news, White Sox on the road taking on the Reds. Red Sox getting the win 5-1, and the Cardinals on the road as well, but coming up short to the Phillies 2-0. And the Cubs in action tonight as well at home, but not going well for the Cubs as they came up short to the Braves 13-4. And that's it for sports. We'll be right back.